Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Living in the Sacramento Suburbs, where we give you all the 411 on living in the Sacramento region. In today's video, we're gonna break down the pros and cons of living in Sacramento 2025 from a fresh perspective. After working with countless clients moving to the Sacramento region, we've uncovered what truly sets Sacramento apart and what challenges you might face. From diverse housing options to cost of living, education, recreation, and even nightlife and adult-focused activities. We've got it all covered. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because we're gonna give you our top recommendations for fun, adult-friendly activities, as well as one of the things that I absolutely hate the most about living in the Sacramento region. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Let's get into it. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and hop into one of the most important things that you're gonna wanna know about living in the Sacramento region, and that is the cost of living. Now, one of the pros about Sacramento when it comes to the cost of living in California is that it is relatively affordable in comparison to some of the other cities here in California. Compared to other major cities, Sacramento is a bargain. House prices here are 30 to 50% lower than, let's say, Bay Area or the Los Angeles area. This affordability means families can upgrade from cramped apartments to spacious homes while staying within their budget. When we have clients moving from, let's say, the Bay Area or Los Angeles, we always ask them, what type of yard they're looking for, and they usually say, oh, nothing too big, and then we'll show them homes here with pretty much average size backyards. And to them, they think that these backyards are huge, when in reality they're not. So it's really perspective, depending upon where you're coming from and what you're already used to. Now, another pro as it pertains to the cost of living is the property tax relief that you get here in California versus other states. Sacramento's property taxes typically range between 1 and 1.3%. Now, if you think about it, this is pretty moderate in comparison to states like Texas, where they're like 3% or even higher. And residents of older communities without Mello-Roos often can enjoy significant savings. And of course, we do have cons when it comes to cost of living. One of the main ones is gonna be the Mello-Roos taxes as it pertains to new build communities. So first off, Mello-Roos are specific to the state of California. Now, what are Mello-Roos? Mello-Roos are special taxes that pay into the new build infrastructure like its parks, trails, schools, and etc. So if you're eyeing a new development, you have to keep an eye out for these Mello-Roos taxes. Now, these special taxes can typically range anywhere from $200 to $500 depending upon the age of the community. For example, we live here in West Park, right here in Roseville, and when we purchased back in 2008, our Mello-Roos ran about $260 a month. Now, the Mello-Roos do drop off over time. I think ours sit around $220 right now, but compare that to, let's say, the neighborhood that we back right up to, which is much newer. Now, their Mello-Roos are about $350 a month. So again, these Mello-Roos do tend to lower over time, but at a much slower pace. You could kind of think of them as like 30 to 50-year bonds, but they actually never go away. So there's another community right next to West Park. It's an older community with homes built in the 90s and maybe up to the early 2000s, and their Mello-Roos are about $35 a month. Now, the biggest thing to remember about Mello-Roos is that it will have an impact on your purchasing power, as it does affect your qualifications. So again, make sure you're taking this into account when looking at new builds and newer developments, or usually post 2000 homes, and make sure if you're working with a lender, make sure that that lender understands that whatever community that you're looking at does or may have Mello-Roos. So that way they can properly account for this within your qualifications. Now, another con that I cannot not mention are the high gas prices that we have here in California. Now, California's gas prices remain amongst the highest in the United States, being about $1.50 above the national average. Now, there is a way that you can get around paying these high gas prices, and that is getting you an electric vehicle. electric vehicles are extremely popular in our area. There's an abundance of charging stations around the city to help offset that fuel cost. Now, up next on our list of pros and cons is another very important topic that most of our clients when moving here ask us about, and that is education. Now, one of the pros to education in the Sacramento region is you have plenty of areas and cities that have top tier schools, and families move into the Sacramento region often choose neighborhoods that have these top rated public schools. Suburbs like Roseville, Rocklin, Folsom, El Dorado Hills, Elk Grove, and even Lincoln feature schools that are rated 9 out of 10 or higher on greatschools.org. And of course, we have private schools as well, like Jesuit High School, that offer some exceptional academic programs as well. Another pro as it pertains to education is that there are higher education opportunities right here in the Sacramento region. Sacramento is home to several colleges and universities in the area, like Sacramento State University, also known as Sac State, and UC Davis. These colleges offer diverse programs and contribute to the educated workforce that we have here. And they're also continuing to expand the higher education opportunities right here in the Sacramento region, as they are building numerous college and university campuses throughout the region. And just recently, Sac State announced their plans to construct a brand new state-of-the-art football stadium that will entice and bring in higher top-tier athletes, really making this a college football town. Now, there are cons within the education system here in the Sacramento region, and one of them is the inconsistent school quality. While many districts shine, others face challenges. So I highly recommend that you thoroughly research the schools and the neighborhoods that you're looking into, or as always, you can reach out to us to help guide you. Next up on our list, let's discuss the housing options that you have here in the Sacramento region. And the first pro that we're gonna discuss is that there is a perfect home here in the Sacramento region for everyone. Sacramento offers a range of housing to suit every lifestyle and stage of life. Whether you're a young professional, growing family, or retiree, there's absolutely a place here for you. We have condos and townhomes. For those who prefer low maintenance living, you'll find plenty of options in downtown Sacramento and surrounding neighborhoods like Newcomers or West Sacramento. These homes are perfect for busy professionals or those who prioritize convenience over yard work. You have so many suburban havens within the Sacramento region. Communities like Roseville, Folsom, and Rocklin boast top-rated schools, parks, and family-focused amenities. Weekly food truck nights, farmers markets, and holiday parades make these neighborhoods ideal for families looking to settle down and build connections with their neighbors. You also have an abundance of 55-plus communities. Retirees love the resort-style amenities in 55-plus communities like Sun City Lincoln Hills and Heritage El Dorado Hills, which offer golf courses, swimming pools, social clubs, and walking trails to keep active lifestyles thriving. You also have many luxury estates throughout the region. So if upscale living is what you seek, gated neighborhoods in Granite Bay, El Dorado Hills, and Serrano provide stunning custom homes, breathtaking views, and private clubs. Some homes even offer panoramic views of Folsom Lake or the Sacramento City skyline. In addition, we have riverfront retreats. Properties along the American River Parkway and Sacramento River combine scenic beauty with outdoor adventures like kayaking, biking, and fishing. These homes often have direct access to trails, providing a perfect mix of nature and convenience. Another pro when it comes to the housing is that you have pretty much every style of home that you can choose from Victorian style homes all the way up to modern style farmhouses. Sacramento seamlessly blends historic charm with contemporary flair. From the iconic Fab 40 Victorian homes to new construction in neighborhoods like Anatolia and Rancho Cordova, you have mid-century modern gems in neighborhoods like Arden Arcade, modern farmhouses and California craftsman designs in the growing suburbs like Roseville, or the colonial revival and Tudor styles in East Sacramento. The mix of styles just means that Sacramento has something to offer every aesthetic preference. Another pro is that the rental market is thriving. So if you're looking to move to the Sacramento region and you want to come here and feel around and see which neighborhood kind of meets your needs or that you vibe with the most, the rental market offers an array of options for you. From downtown lofts to suburban single-family homes, renters can find spaces that cater to their needs. Now, what's really nice is that the short-term rental options are really starting to grow here. This makes it a lot easier for newcomers like yourself to come here and test the waters before committing to a long-term home. Now let's discuss some of the cons when it comes to the housing here. And the first con is that there can be some smaller lot sizes when it comes to some new construction neighborhoods. New developments often come with those trade-offs, such as limited outdoor space. Average lot sizes in newer areas range between 3,000 and 7,000 square feet, much smaller than older neighborhoods or those in states like Arizona or Texas. So for families wanting larger yards for maybe their pets or their kids, this can be a little restrictive because those larger lots typically do come with much larger premiums. Now, another con when it comes to housing are the new construction challenges amid rising demand. The increasing demand for housing has placed significant pressure on new construction areas, resulting in pains that extend beyond the housing market. Many of Sacramento's fastest growing suburbs like Roseville, Elk Grove, Folsom, and Lincoln have experienced challenges in keeping up with infrastructure needs. The influx of new residents has led to overcrowded schools, which means rapid population growth has strained local school districts. Many schools are operating at or near capacity, prompting districts to consider rezoning or adding portable classrooms while they await funding for new school construction. And then we have traffic congestion that sometimes comes with new construction. With new communities expanding rapidly, existing road networks are often ill-equipped to handle the increased volume of vehicles. Areas like Highway 50 near Folsom and I-80 in Roseville regularly experience congestion during peak hours, exacerbated by the lack of alternative routes between some suburbs. You may also experience some limited community resources in these newer areas. Parks, libraries, and recreational facilities in newer developments are often slower to materialize compared to the pace of home construction. And we ourselves have experienced this firsthand. When we first bought our home, the park that's currently 2 blocks away, it took 5 years for them to complete that park. Yes, we do have it now, but we had to go through those growing pains, as that is what just comes with new construction sometimes. Another con that we can experience here is the higher housing costs as it comes with demand. The high demand for new construction homes has driven up prices, making it harder for first-time buyers to enter the market. Additionally, the inclusion of Mello-Roos taxes in many developments adds to the overall cost of home ownership. Now, the next topic, which I am all about, is the community vibes. And one of the pros with community vibes is that you are going to find so many communities with welcoming atmospheres. Sacramento is often described as having a small town feel in a big city. The people here are known for being friendly and welcoming, making it easy to strike up a conversation at a coffee shop or during a community event. Neighborhoods frequently host block parties, holiday parades, and farmers markets, which foster a sense of belonging among residents. Another pro in which we experience and live is a strong sense of community in suburbs. In suburbs like Roseville, Rocklin, and Folsom, the community vibe is especially strong. Many residents participate in neighborhood groups, local sports leagues, and volunteer initiatives. Families often form close bonds through school events, and it's common to see kids playing together at parks while parents chat nearby. And I can tell you guys, we have not moved simply because we have some awesome neighbors right here in our community, where we have block parties where everyone hosts some sort of holiday like Memorial Day, 4th of July, a Halloween party, or a Christmas party. We've gotten so close over the years that sometimes we even take vacations with our neighbors, as just this past summer, we went on a houseboat and had an awesome time. And next year, we're planning a cruise. I think there's 6 or 7 families, a total of about 30 of us, that are going on a cruise, and it's gonna be an awesome time. And it's not just us. Again, I have found this throughout so many different blocks and streets within these communities as I talk to people and they tell me about their experiences, how awesome their neighbors are, and the parties that they have. It is just a common theme theme and vibe throughout these suburbs. Another pro, which I absolutely love, is the cultural diversity that we have in the Sacramento region. Sacramento is one of the most diverse cities in the United States. With a rich blend of cultures, you'll find a variety of cultural festivals, international cuisine, and community celebrations year-round. From the Lunar New Year Festival in downtown Sacramento to the Italian Festival in Roseville, there's always something that celebrates the city's multicultural roots. Now, there is a con when it comes to community vibes, and that is transitioning urban neighborhoods. While the suburbs thrive with strong community vibes, some urban neighborhoods are still undergoing revitalization. Areas closer to downtown Sacramento may experience disparities in community cohesion, with some blocks bustling with activities and others feeling less connected. These areas, however, are rapidly improving as the city invests in urban development projects. Now let's talk about the traffic or transportation in the Sacramento region. Let's go ahead and start off with the first pro, and that's easy access to major highways. Sacramento's location at the crossroad of major highways, including Interstate 80, Highway 50, make it a gateway to the Bay Area, Lake Tahoe, and beyond. Commuters and weekend travelers appreciate the city's connectivity to nearby regions. Another pro is that we kind of have what I would consider a compact downtown area. And what I mean by that is downtown Sacramento is highly walkable. With many attractions, restaurants, and businesses located within a short distance, the grid system makes navigation straightforward and bike-friendly infrastructure continues to expand throughout the city. Another pro is that we have public transportation options here. The Sacramento Regional Transit District offers light rail and bus services, making it easier to get around without a car. The Sacramento Valley Station, a hub for Amtrak and other services, connects the city to San Francisco, Reno, and even Los Angeles. Another pro is the growing bike culture that we have here. Sacramento is becoming increasingly bike friendly. With an expanding network of bike lanes and trails, the American River Parkway is a cyclist's dream, providing 32 miles of scenic paths from Folsom to downtown Sacramento. Bike sharing programs like Jump Bikes also make short commutes more convenient. Now let's go ahead and discuss some of the cons of the traffic. And the first one is the congestion that we have during peak hours. Traffic congestion on major routes like I-5, Highway 99, and Highway 50 can be challenging during rush hours. Suburbs such as Elk Grove and Roseville often see bottlenecks, particularly on weekday mornings when you're trying to get to work or those evenings when you're trying to get home. Another con is the limited freeway connectivity between suburbs. While Sacramento's highway system connects the city or other regions, there is limited freeway connectivity between certain suburbs. Traveling from El Dorado Hills to Roseville often requires taking local roads. This can add to the already long commute times that you may experience. And the last con is that if you are in the suburbs, you will pretty much be car dependent. While public transit serves the city center, many suburban areas remain car dependent. Limited bus routes and sparse light rail access make owning a vehicle almost essential for those living in communities like Rocklin, Roseville, Lincoln, or El Dorado Hills. Okay guys, so we have a few more topics to cover here. But before we move forward, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified each and every time that we drop new videos. We are licensed realtors in the state of California, so if you are looking to move here, you guys have got to reach out to us ASAP. We are the #1 relocation team here in the Sacramento region. Make sure to give us a call, text, email, or go ahead and scan the QR code popping up on the screen now to schedule your discovery call. This is where we hop on a one-on-one call and discuss all of your wants, needs, and concerns as it pertains to moving to the Sacramento region. We are here to answer all of your questions, so again, don't be afraid to reach out to us, okay? We got your back. And when it comes to new construction, you get our new build expertise for absolutely free. It costs you nothing to have us represent you. The builders pay our commission, so you get us at zero cost. Now let's get back to reviewing the rest of these pros and cons. Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss the climate or the weather that we have here in the Sacramento region. Now the pro with the climate that we have here is that we experience and enjoy just about all 4 seasons here with pretty mild winters. Sacramento delivers all the beauty of seasonal living without the downsides. Winters are mild, think 50-degree days, and spring and falls are picture perfect. However, summer can be hot, but the low humidity makes it more bearable than the muggy heat of the Midwest or South. Okay guys, so I told you one of the things that I hate the most about the Sacramento region when it comes to climate is that we have some scorching hot summers. Maybe not as bad as Arizona, but they're still pretty hot. Triple-digit heat waves are common in July and August. Fortunately, many homes come equipped with pools and nearby lakes provide an easy escape. Because Sacramento is centrally located, you'll find families vacationing for a week or a weekend to either Lake Tahoe or towards the coast where the temps are gonna be much lower. We ourselves have even found it more than worthwhile to invest in a pool as our summers, again, they're pretty scorching hot. And we have utilized this pool and it is, I'm gonna tell you guys, it is well worth every penny spent. Okay guys, we're almost at the end. The last topic that we're gonna touch on is recreation and things to do right here in Sacramento region. And the first pro is that there's non-stop fun every season. Sacramento offers year-round activities tailored to every interest. In the spring, you can head up to Apple Hill for blooming orchards, farmers markets, and scenic drives. In the summer, you could cool off at Folsom Lake or attend blockbuster events like the Aftershock Music Festival. In the fall, you can enjoy pumpkin patches and harvest festivals at Bishop's Pumpkin Farm or take a day trip to explore Napa's vineyards. In the winter, you could visit Lake Tahoe for skiing and snowboarding or explore Sacramento's festive light displays in Old Sacramento. Now, I did say that we're gonna explore some adult and fun-friendly activities, so here we go. We have a ton of entertainment venues and nightlife right here in the Sacramento region. Sacramento's cultural and entertainment hubs make it easy to enjoy life. We have the Golden One Center, which is home of the Sacramento Kings, where you can catch a game or some big name concerts. We have Discovery Park that hosts festivals like the Aftershock, which is the largest rock and metal festival on the West Coast. You also have the highly popular Golden Sky Country Music Festival and many other genres like reggae, R&B, hip hop, and much more. You also have the Sacramento Hard Rock Casino. This combines gaming with live music and dining. You have the Palladio in Folsom that offers upscale dining, shopping, and events like outdoor movie nights, as well as 4th of July festivities. And then you have Thunder Valley, which has a venue that is coincidentally named The Venue that hosts many comedy shows and concerts throughout the year. In fact, next week, I'm heading there to check out the legendary Snoop Dogg. Another pro that we have here is the outdoor recreation. Sacramento is surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty from the American River Parkway to the Sierra Nevada mountains. There's no shortage of hiking, biking, and water activities. Folsom Lake and Lake Natoma are local favorites for boating, paddling, and fishing. And if you really like the outdoors and you like camping, we have so many national parks nearby like Yosemite National Park, Redwood National Park, as well as the Sequoia National Park and many others. So there you guys have it. Those are the top pros and cons when it comes to living in the Sacramento region. This is truly an awesome place for families or retirees to live. And obviously, as you can see, the pros heavily outweigh all of the cons that I've mentioned. So if you're looking to move to the Sacramento region, you guys have got to reach out to us to learn even more. Give us a call, shoot us a text, an email, or even better, go ahead and scan the QR code that's popping up on the screen now to schedule your discovery call. I'll see you in the next video.